But as to my coming to the US, yes, well, I lost everything, got here. In fact, I was in New York for about 6 weeks. I couldn't even get a job as a Burger King attendant. I applied, even though I already had my master's degree in law. I'd already run my own finance company in Nigeria. So one thing led to the other. Not to waste too much of that story, I ended up in Nebraska. I've never heard of Nebraska before. One of my friends, I ended up being homeless in New York. The people I was staying with drove me out. And then my brother knew somebody in Nebraska. I've never heard of the town before. Because when they drove me out of their house in New York, I slept at the train station in Queens, New York, overnight. I had nowhere to go. They wouldn't even let me take my appointment book. So I don't have any phone number. The only number I knew of Fred is my brother, the architect, who was in South Africa. So I called him. So Brother Alana said, well, I don't know anybody in the US myself. I knew some guys who are students in Nebraska that maybe they can help you. So he called them and they called me at the train station. It was where you use this phone booth at the train station. And then they said they would buy me a ticket to come to Nebraska. When I got here, I was crying. When I was landing, because as the plane was coming down, I was seeing farms. And I'm telling myself, you city boy, look at you. Look at your life. And I literally cried tears. I'm not joking. That is this how bad it could be for me. Okay. So, but when I landed, to God be the glory, the two gentlemen that came, and by the way, today are also millionaires, no matter now, God used me to help them later. They are Muslims, because sometimes we get caught up in all these religious things. They don't know me before. They bought me a ticket. They were students too, doing CNAs. So I was staying with them, okay? I had no money. I had nothing. I was depressed. It was the lowest point of my life. But I noticed something, which is my zagging philosophy. Every morning, they will get called by people begging them to come to work. They were CNAs, certified nursing assistants. So they told me to go study to be a CNA too, because that one it takes 2 weeks to get a certificate. And I'm like, no, I don't even like taking care of old men. I didn't take care of my own daddy. I don't want this CNA business. That there is no way. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing. So I'm listening to them. Every day they will beg them. So I asked them, why are they begging you to come to work? And they said that in Nebraska, there's a shortage of CNAs. And that they have a law in the US then, before Clinton changed the whole thing, that you must have so much, if you have 100 residents in your nursing home, you must have so many CNAs to attend to them. If you are short, they will close your nursing home. So they must have a certain number at all times. I'm like, right there and then, remember what I said? They told me everybody here, that's what they do, which is true, the Nigerian community. So I'm like, what if I don't do CNA? What if I go look for CNA? See, you zag when everybody's zigging. So I decided, why don't I set up a company that will supply CNAs to these hospitals, since that's what they want. I'm not a CNA myself. The same guy, guess who are my first two employees? The people I was staying with. So I went to nursing home. True story. In fact, the house that I'm living in now, Stephen has been here. I bought it at that time. In other words, it's my richest period in America, 1998 to 2000. So I went to the nursing homes with a very simple strategy. I know I had an accent. I know I don't have a business. I'm using my house. So I went in there with my baby windsuit. I had one. So I went in there and I said, I want to see the director of nursing. So I told them a very simple story, that I know you guys have a need. You must have a specific number. I know you don't know me. If you give me an order to supply CNAs for you, and you give me order for 5, and I supply only 4, don't pay me for the 4. Use them for free. In other words, you have no risk. I was ready to take risk. Stephen, you think you're the only one that know how to take risk? You took it from me. I'm the master. I didn't know what was going to happen. So the first one told me to get out. The second one told me to get out. The third one was just laughing. He said, this guy must be really desperate. I said, sir, I am desperate, but I will show you. Just try me. So they gave me 5 CNAs, exactly what I asked for. I didn't know where I was going to find them. So I got home. And remember, by the way, they are paying these CNAs $8 to $9 an hour. Nursing homes charge $16. I didn't even know I was asking for $14. They told me no, that you can't make profit on that. That is $16 your colleagues charge. That since you are guaranteeing, you can charge $17. They even helped me because they said, we know you can't do it because we've been begging our money I said, okay. So they paid me $17 an hour. So I went home and I told my two guests that I will pay you $11 if you work for me. So like, what are you talking about? I said, I have order for 5. So the first two of you work double, 3 times. Okay? Then find me your friends. It was like a joke. Then they took me to one girl that is the girlfriend of the other one. Then that also one has a friend. I had to toast her. This is a serious business. I'm a straight shooter. So convince the girl. So I supplied 5. And that's how it started. Now, the first 2-3 months, it doesn't look like it was going to be good because you have to drive in the snow. I have to carry my car to take them. Americans don't want to work. I will go to their house in the middle of the night and go and carry them, beg them, prostrate, whatever, to go to work. 6 months later, $488,000. My first full year, $3.4 million. I'm not exaggerating. And the profit was well over 50-something% of that money. Because I was getting $17, I was paying $9. When I get stuck and the thing wants to look like it's short, I'll add another $1. $1 is a lot in America. So what that means is that at some point I had 500 people working. And I was making about $7 an hour on each of them. Meanwhile, I'm in my house drinking latte. Okay? Again, it is not because I'm smart. I saw opportunity. There's opportunity everywhere.